Lexington, Kentucky. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I got a couple questions for you. They've been saying, the Democrats, it's going to take 10 years to get this oil if we do start cruising and Anwar and stuff to the market. I'm just wondering if that's true. And then another thing, we are moving over towards hydrogen and electric cars. Don't you think we need a stopgap until this comes on market in the next 10 or 15 years to be pumping our own oil, because in case there's a terrorist attack in Saudi Arabia or a pipeline explodes and burns for a month or something, plus the oil be pumping out to be creating jobs here and helping our economy? I'm just wondering how you feel about that.
Well, let me just say, in a previous incarnation, I spent a lot of time on the issue of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and the oil that may or may not lie underneath it. And let's put the most optimistic numbers on the possibility of oil discovery and transportation from the Arctic National Refuge. We in the United States cannot produce our way out of the need to import oil. Right? We might be able to reduce our demand for oil somewhat, 10%, 15%. We will not get it down to the point where we are insulated from the vicissitudes of the world oil market. So you can make a decision about whether you want to sacrifice this to achieve that or risk this for the possible gain of something else. On the question of hybrid electric cars, I was reminded the other day that when Ahmed Zaki Yamani was the oil minister of Saudi Arabia some years ago, he used to say that eventually the world will technologize its way out of the oil age. He used to say that the Stone Age didn't end because we ran out of stone, and the oil age won't end because we ran out of oil. It's because we'll find some other way to propel ourselves.
You say that we can't produce ourselves, with regard to oil, we can't produce our way out of dependence on oil from the Middle East.
No, no, not necessarily oil from the Middle East. We get much more, we get most of our oil from Canada and Mexico.
Okay.
But it will be imported from somewhere. And it's just a fact that there is essentially one global oil market. If we got all our oil from the Middle East, the oil from Canada would then go to wherever that Middle East oil is going today. You might have greater tanker costs, but basically there's one global pool of oil.
Okay. So we can't produce our way out of imported oil.
That's correct.
Okay. Can we nuclear, wind, or solar our way out?
No, because those power sources, in this country, oil is almost exclusively a transportation fuel. We don't generate electricity by burning oil. And for the most part, we don't heat our homes by burning oil, except in the Northeast. Oil is a transportation fuel. So you can have all the nuclear energy and wind energy and solar energy and hydroelectric energy you want to generate electricity. But in the current state of technology, it won't affect our need for oil.